Thank you very much, Freak. I'm here with Lourlo and Dardoch after a crushing 3-0 victory against NRG. As two of the newest players to the league, rookies competing in your first best-of-5 in the playoffs in the LCS, how does it feel, Lourlo, to come away with such a commanding victory?
It feels really good, honestly. Like, going into it, I was, like, a bit nervous because it was my first best-of-5 ever, but just being able to 3-0, like, a playoff team is just really nice to me.
I mean, to that end, Dardoch, I don't know if you yourself had any nerves coming in, but with the 2 weeks of preparation that you guys were allotted, how did the team kind of operate and work in order to calm any of those nerves and give you the confidence to come in and put up such a performance?
Well, we normally prepped really well, even with only 1 week's time during the LCS regular season. But coming with 2 weeks, it let us get a lot of strategies that we didn't even show that much. Like, we played Gragas. I guess that's pretty meta, but we have a lot of stuff still left to use, and it just feels really good that we didn't have to show that much, and we have so much left.
Now, in particular, we noticed that in the lane swaps, you guys were coming out far ahead. You know, whether or not some of that was attributed to misplays by NRG or capitalization and forces on your guys' side. But above all else, it seemed like tri-lane pushes or triple champion pushes in single lanes was something that you guys worked on. Is that a specific point that you guys worked on in practice to kind of shore up those lane swaps and make sure that you're coming out in the lead?
We had really bad 2v1 at the very beginning of the split, and it lost us a few games at the beginning. But after, I think, week 2 or 3, our 2v1 was better than everyone else's in scrims. It's just that we play standard also really well because our bot lane is so strong. So we always preferred to go standard, but if we 2v1, we're still really confident that it's better.
Yeah, definitely. We were looking for those 2v2s because it would be fun to watch. Lourlo, in the top lane, at the beginning of the day, we kind of went through all the lanes. Which ones are the ones we're looking out for? What are the matchups that are going to swing? We looked at the top and jungle synergy as being a pretty big foothold for both teams, right? If Moon can get impact rolling, we know that guy can carry a game. Likewise, the two of you have shown that you can play the 2v2 just as well. So your thoughts in terms of that matchup going in, your confidence level in the 2v2 with Dardoch against Moon and Impact?
So the 2v2 in general, I think just we're way better overall in the 2v2. I think Josh matched up to Moon way better, and me and the Impact, I think after this series it's about even. So yeah, just going into the 2v2, we were really confident. I had a lot of confidence in Josh going into it.
And the top lane meta is probably the one that within that 2 weeks changed the most, right? We've in Europe, we've seen the Gragas go top lane. We haven't seen it go top lane here yet, but we've got the tank Echo coming out, the Maokai kind of resurging, Poppy still the queen of the top lane. But for you specifically then as an individual, with those 2 weeks, how was it trying to adjust as much as you possibly could to a growing top lane meta, knowing that there was going to be so much focus on it in this series?
Yeah, so going into it, our team is mainly focused around tank play, so it was easy for us to adapt to the upcoming meta because we just play more tanks, so it was good for us overall. So yeah, I'm just all right, I can pick up Echo, pick up a side champ, just pick up Maokai, it just works out.
Well, there you have it. And I actually have to correct myself. Hanser did play Gragas yesterday one time. Regardless, moving ahead, you guys are going to be facing CLG next week because of the fact that TSM won and they're going to be playing Immortal. So Dardoch, over to you. I mean, I know there's not necessarily a shortage of confidence coming from the Team Liquid squad, but particularly against the CLG organization, how do you guys think you'll fare in that matchup?
I think we'll be fine. I want to hope for another 3-0, but I'll say 3-1.
3-1. All right. Well, okay. So we're tempering the confidence a little bit. I mean, in particular, too, I actually want to go back to this series. The performance out of you, we saw everything from the Gragas to the full damage Lee Sin, and that's what I want to zero in on that game. Give me your thoughts on full damage Lee Sin. Was this just a realization that we're running away with the game and more of a mental warfare thing to show them that you could play it?
I mean, my opinion might only be my own, and no one else might agree with me, but I think if you play Lee Sin to maybe 80 or 90% of his full potential, full damage Lee Sin definitely is one of the best champions in the game. If you can consistently play team fights well and get multi-man kicks, I think I played him maybe 60 or 70% at best. I didn't even perform that well on the Lee. I played 1 or 2 team fights really well and got a quad and a triple or something, but other than that, I think Lee in general is a pretty bad champion, but I just pick him because it's my signature champion and he's one of my favorites.
Now, lastly, Lourlo, I'm coming back to you to close out the series. I mean, the 3-0 has got to feel good. I want to talk about the veterans on the team a little bit, Phoenix and Piglet. I mean, there's a lot of strong performances from everybody on the team throughout this series, Piglet in particular, and Phoenix being a rock for the team. I mean, CS numbers out the wazoo and showing up in all the team fights. But for you in particular, then, as an individual, as a rookie coming into the series, how did having those guys on the team help you guys kind of push through and make sure that you could take away a 3-0 series?
Yeah, I think personally for me and everyone else on the team, we all just look up to him because, like, in scrims and like the work environment, they just work really, really hard. They just want to do what's best for the team and just improve the best. So yeah, we just all looked up to them, and we just try to improve as well.
All right, well, gentlemen, I got nothing more than congratulations for you after a 3-0 victory against NRG, moving on to the semifinals. So congratulations once again. Best of luck in the next week of practice. We'll see you soon. We're going to head back to the caster desk to recap that series.